Hey guys, it's story time. So I'm reading Gucci Mane Guide to Greatness, and this little section is called Just Keep Improving. You got to constantly improve if you're trying to get to higher levels of health, wealth, creativity, and personal fulfillment. Whatever it is, you got to keep improving. You're only as good as your last hit. There's always going to be someone behind you ready to take your place. If you're not improving, someone else is going to come take your position. On top of that, they're going to do it cheaper than you and better than you, period. Then you're going to wonder why you're going to be like, damn, I know that guy, but you're going to let somebody come eat your lunch and shit in your lunchbox? Do you know how you allowed that to happen? You didn't keep your foot on the gas. You stopped improving. Next year, you'll be like, damn, why didn't they pick me? Why didn't I get that soundtrack? It's because the other guys are doing something. They are bringing something to the table just as creative, but cheaper. You can prevent that. You can prevent that. You got to make yourself indispensable. You can trick somebody into thinking you're indispensable. You can't trick somebody. You have to actually have a skill set. You have to show up and deliver. The numbers have to match what you're doing. You got to be worth what you say you bring to the table. The only thing you can do is do more and then bring more to the table so you can ask for more. If you do less, you got less leverage. That's it. Life is brutal. It's like music, highly competitive, but at least you're aware of it now. Some people think that making a song isn't anything, that it's easy. They're living in a la-la land. Look at the Billboard charts. There's always new artists popping up that you never heard of. Then there's people like me who have stayed in the game. If you don't improve and refine yourself and your music, someone is always ready to take your place. People may think it's easy for me to make a song because I made so many, because I've been making them for a long time. But in the beginning, it wasn't always easy to make a song. It's not always easy to do one now either. People just look at things like, oh, it's the product, a finished product. But a lot of work goes into the product. It's a lot of work. And with work comes improvement. I went to the studio the other day and I realized that now that I've been making songs for long, I'm critical of myself. I want to keep pushing myself, and more prolific I am. And the more prolific I am, the more songs I'm making. Now I'm looking at it like I got to make better songs. Of course I'm getting better, but at the same time, now it's getting more difficult because you can do the kind of songs you've been doing. It's almost like you're on autopilot, but you got to think bigger than just making the same type of song over and over again. Now I'm like, how can I make a better song? What can I improve on? You have to look at it that way because there's always room for improvement, or you can go backwards. It's going to be one or the other. One of my partners told me the saying, you're either getting better or you're getting worse. Some people may be like, I don't even think about that. I'm cool. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. It gives me some kind of joy because it gives them some kind of joy because they don't have to think about the hard truths of the world. So they're cool with whatever they are in life. This book isn't really for them, for those type of people. This book can help the people I know are going to try to work. I'm sorry, let me read that again. This book can help the people I know are going to try to work 365 days a year. I want this book to be for people, for when they take a break, they can understand, hey, I can't work 365 days a year. It doesn't even make sense. But I'm going to work smarter now. I'm going to rest today. This week, I'm going to take a vacation. Sometimes you'll have planned your vacations and it'll be rained out. That's because you don't control everything. Have you might have said at the beginning of the year, this is going to be the window where I'm taking a trip for 2 weeks and kick back. I'm going to kick back and get in the ocean. But guess what? Those 2 weeks, a hurricane hits. You're not dictating that. But if you're in the right position and have enough money, guess what? If you've been working hard enough and handling your business, you can just go to the other side of the world if you want to because you can afford it. When you reach this level, whatever happens, you're in the best situation to deal with because you know you can only control what you can control. The less that you need, the more you'll have. I heard that phrase this year, and I think it's the gym. That makes so much sense to me. I understand it. I had bought a high-powered building, this big penthouse building. I used it as an office. I used it as a studio, as a gym, but I didn't stay here. It wasn't my home. So I started thinking about it, and it didn't make sense. I was commuting there, but I realized that I can do all of those things at my house. Now I'm looking around and realizing I have all these things I don't even need. I've got too much stuff. I didn't need all that stuff. In my mind, I thought I did because I thought it will make me more efficient. But actually, it was a waste. It took me a minute to see that. I had to actually experience it. I was like, damn, this actually has me moving backwards because it got me in two places and it's expensive. I had to improve my situation, so I did.